We are back. We are back for
Yes, sir.
another show.
Oh man, yes. It's good to be back, and this is some more informative type of information. Title of
Exactly.
this episode, remember, it's the truth about being an entrepreneur. Now, I know you know about it, and you know that I know about it. So this show
Ooh.
is got to be about telling everybody else about it. So my question to you, hey Corey, now what's happening?
Wow. Wow. Now what's happening? Now what's happening? Well, what's
We're back.
happening? What's happening is what we're gonna tell the truth about being an entrepreneur.
Don't
The
hold nothing back.
truth, the whole truth,
And
nothing but the
nothing
truth
but the truth. Oh my goodness. It's gonna
of
scare some
being.
people.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So we gonna, the truth is, we're gonna start with some good. We'll lift you up.
Yeah.
We're gonna scare you a little bit, but
Yes.
then we're gonna bring you back down.
Yes.
Well, that sounds like a sermon right there.
There it is. There it is. The truth will set you free.
The truth will set you free. So let's go into this truth.
Yeah.
Let's go with the truth. The truth is that again, we're gonna start off with the good. That you have the opportunity, like when we said on the last show, to be your own boss.
Yeah. Yeah. That's huge right there.
Now,
I mean,
now that's the truth. Now, Leon, tell them what that really means. You being your own boss.
I tell you, entrepreneurship, you being your own boss, you in control. Before, on a regular 9 to 5 job, the business gets paid, several other people get paid, and then you get paid. Well, when you own your own business, when you're an entrepreneur, you get all the money first, and then you determine who gets paid. So that is a huge change, being able to get all the money up front. So it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you really done something.
Wow. See, that's the truth. Now,
That's
I'm
the
going to give you
truth.
another truth.
Come on. Come on.
You get all the money, but you also have all the responsibility.
Woo.
So the truth is, you have all the responsibility if you succeed and if you fail. If you do the job right, if you don't do the job right, this is the truth.
It's the truth. And
This
it's
is
so
the truth.
different. It's so different than working on a job, because remember, when you working on a job, you can blame a whole lot of people. You can blame the person in the next cubicle. You can blame the other office down the hallway. You can blame the boss of the company. Oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. You can blame everybody when you're working for somebody else. But it's just like that old saying: when you point your finger at someone, there's always three pointing right back
Right
at you.
at you.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
so you bear the responsibility. Now, here's another truth. Now, Leon said it. Leon said it. You get all of the money, but the other truth
Oh,
on you getting all of the money, guess what? You may have to spend all of the money just to get the job done.
come on.
There has
Come
been, the truth is, most entrepreneurs don't make any money in the
on.
beginning.
No.
That's the truth.
That that's the God's honest truth right there. I mean,
I mean, now, I know you got a story. Go ahead. Go tell them about the lawn care bit. Tell them to give them the story.
listen. So I had a lawn care business. I had an idea. I had worked in corporate America and got disgusted, and so I decided to open up a lawn care business. And all I had was a lawnmower, a weed whacker, and a leaf blower. I mean, and I figure I'd cut some grass and stuff like that. And I'm out there, and my thinking is that, hey, I only have to work when it's nice and sunny outside. When it's rainy or snowing, I can be in the house. I mean, the perfect job. Who wouldn't want that? But little did I know once I got out there that there was so much competition. And and it caused me to have to improve on what I had. I had to spend more money to compete. And not only did I spend the money that I made, I had to add more money. I had to use credit cards. I had to go borrow money. I had to get all types of money.
Oh, he preaching now, y'all. He's preaching.
Oh my goodness, just to stay even, I had to go into debt just to stay even. So, yeah, these things you have to know. The numbers are that a business is not really a business until after 3 to 5 years. If you can hang in that long, then you can finally reach a level of profitability, meaning now you can get paid. But until then, the truth of the matter is you really don't get paid.
You don't. Okay. You do not get paid. I had the same thing. Oh man, it had to be about 15, almost 20 years ago. I did a computing learning center. I'm thinking, hey, I do this for a living. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
teaching for other folks. I can do this. I go get a building. Guess what? I had to sign a lease. No one told me that, I'm thinking, okay, I signed a little lease. It's for 3 years. But I didn't realize I'm obligated for the lease. Then I had to buy equipment.
Yeah.
How you gonna teach computers without the equipment? So now I have to spend more money. It came out. Next thing you know, I get my first student. Now the first student didn't even cover the rent. The computer. So the truth is, believe it or not, and every small business owner knows this. You are more likely to go in debt starting off than you making money.
That's right.
That the old adage, you got to spend money to make money.
Oh my goodness.
And
That's
for you YouTubers out there, you spent some money trying to get this. You did. You started off with your phone, then you went from the phone, you got a camera, then you went from the camera, you got a mic, then from a mic, you bought some lights, from some lights, you kept going. Then you like, ooh, I don't got this. Ooh, I got to get editing services.
it just keeps going. It's like
So
the Energizer Bunny. It just keeps going and going and going.
So the truth is, we hit you with a couple. The truth is, you could be your own boss. The truth is, you are responsible. The truth is, guess what? You may not make any money in the beginning. And the truth is, you may go in debt.
Yes.
Now, I know these are hard facts. You guys like, hey, I thought you were going to motivate me. We're trying to tell you the truth.
Right.
That you have to, when you go into this thing about entrepreneurship, there's some hard cold truth.
There's some hard truth. Well, we don't want to scare you, but there's some hard truths.
And here's the thing: no one wants to tell you this. No one needs to tell you this. Also, Leon hit around the head. It's a quick way to max out your credit card.
Maxed out. Maxed out. Maxed out.
It
Wife's
is.
credit card. Everybody's credit card. Maxed out. Building the business. I got a truth for you.
Okay, go for it.
So we talk about you getting the money, and all the money comes to you. We talk about that, but don't forget about Uncle Sam. Don't forget
Oh.
the taxes, because the more money you make, the more money Uncle Sam is going to
Oh
be willing
my
to take.
goodness.
Now, I know some people out there saying, "Oh, well, I got this business and I actually get paid under the table. I'm using WhatsApp and Cash App and all these different things to be able to. I'm selling. I'm doing all these different things to try to have the money."
Try to
But
hide
I
some
can
money.
tell you, just starting this year, anything over $600 transferred through Zelle account has to be reported to the government.
Yes.
So Uncle Sam is going to get his. And if you think about trying to get past Uncle Sam and not reporting this, you're really holding yourself back,
Hmm.
because, well, no one wants to really pay taxes. But the truth of the matter is that even though you pay taxes, you can continue to build your company. You can continue to grow your company. Don't try to keep it small so you won't pay taxes. You're hurting yourself. Don't do that. You want to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Because the
Exactly.
truth of the matter is, now here's the truth.
All right, go for it.
The more money you make, the less taxes you pay. That's why rich people don't pay
Wow.
any taxes.
Wow. Now most people don't understand that. This is where we're gonna, again, we got some hard truths we're gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Do not be cheap when it comes to your financials.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone thinking, "Ooh, I'm just gonna bust out QuickBooks. I'm gonna put this thing in here." Paid $150 for the bookkeeper.
Get the accountant. Get
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 the accountant.
somebody. Get
Get
somebody
somebody
to help you.
to help you
Help
keep
you.
your books up on a monthly and quarterly basis. Now, you saying, "Well, I can do it. It's small." Trust me, especially for you guys who selling stuff like T-shirts and stuff. Guess what? You got to pay taxes on that. So if you doing drop shipping, they taking out that tax. Well, guess what? The state that you in, they want their money.
They want their money. They
So
want their
at the
money.
end, so now you need a sales tax ID. Now you're doing. I mean, there's all this stuff that this again. We're trying to give you real hard truths about this. You know what? I have a truth. In fact, we talked about this earlier. What's your brand?
What's your brand?
What's your brand? Matter of fact, we Leon shared me a video about somebody, and he hit it right on the head. That if you are on Facebook and you have a regular Facebook page and not a public figure page, everything you put out is your brand.
Yep.
It represents who your brand is. So if you got a club picture, if you got a picture of you saying something that you know you shouldn't be saying,
Yeah.
or oh my goodness, you got a shirt with something on it, knowing that ain't right.
That ain't right. That ain't right. It may be a jazzy saying. It might bring a lot of smiles. But when you're talking about, as an entrepreneur, as you try to grow your business, now
Yes.
everyone who has a business, they want to grow it. They want to get bigger. They want to do better, and they want to make more money. A lot of times when you want to connect to those organizations that will pay you more money, they have a brand. And everyone that works for that organization, and you as an entrepreneur, is considered an employee of that company. You represent their brand. And so you need to be careful. You need your brand, that's your business name, that's your personal name. All of that together. As an entrepreneur, you need to go out and represent yourself and your company as a true business worthy of working with any company. and able to make the top dollar, because you can. You can. I'm sure you guys have some great ideas. Uh, you're the only ones that's stopping you from going out there and doing it, but it's out there for you. But you have to put thought in it. You have to think about exactly, and you have to reach out to other people. Whenever you step out into something that you've never done, you don't have to recreate the wheel. People do this every day. Follow somebody, get a mentor to help you, guide you, direct you
Yes, there you
into
go.
starting this business.
Exactly. It is so important. People don't understand when you go to do business with them, especially today. The first thing they do is Google you.
Google you. That's right.
They hit you up on Google and see what comes up on Google. Your brand is very important, especially think about it. Okay, let's say you never charged $5,000 for some work. You go to someone, they love your product, they love your service, they
Right.
want to do business with you. The first thing is you give them your card, or you give them that speech, you give them that we call it the elevator pitch. By the way, make sure you got an elevator pitch.
You gotta have it.
Okay,
You gotta have it.
you give them this pitch. As soon as you leave their presence, they're Googling, Facebooking, Twittering, LinkedIn.
Yes. 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 Because all your
And
information is already out there.
it's already out there. So
It's
if you're
already
not
out there.
doing it, and YouTube, they are out there. I do it. Everyone does it. Everyone does it. So you gotta protect your brand and understand that your brand. Again, we just trying to give you some truths
Truth.
about this whole journey about being an entrepreneur. Now, Leon hit another truth. You may not get paid for a year.
Ooh, that's right. That's right.
That you may put a lot of effort, but you may not get paid. For you may break even on every deal
Correct.
that you do. And it's only till after you put your time in, you build your brand, you finally get that deal that makes you some money.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
just
And
the truth.
it'll you'll not only appreciate it, but
Yes.
there is something that you're gonna get. You're going to develop skills. Now you may not have money, but I guarantee you that you're going to develop something that's actually more important than money at this point of your entrepreneurial career, and that is knowledge. You're going to learn a world of knowledge, knowledge that you couldn't even pay for, because just the maintenance of a business, to be able to break even, to be able to continue to go and find new clients, developing that 30-second speech, putting yourself in a position to succeed by going to different events, trying to put your card out, and all these different things. You're gonna learn a lot. Now you may not have any money, but you're gonna learn a lot. And what's gonna happen, you're gonna be able to develop a system to where you're able to fine tune your business. You will be able to make some money.
Mhm.
And then not only that, you'll be able to scale your business to a
There you
whole
go.
nother level. So this is a truth, but you got to be willing to put the work in.
You got to put the work in. Now, I got a truth. You guys not going to like it. They're not going to like it, Leon.
I know.
You ready?
You hit me.
You have to take risk.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
You have to be willing to risk it all.
Yeah.
If you really, truly want to do this, being an entrepreneur, you have to be risk. So many people was broke, only had $20 in, and guess what? They got a big client. That big client required them. Now remember, they only got $20, $30 in the bank.
Yes.
would require them to spend $10,000, $20,000
Yes.
for a payday of maybe 50 to 60,000. You have to be able, when it's right there,
When
the
it's right there.
opportunity there, to take the risk. It's the truth. It's the truth. You got
No
to be
question.
willing to jump. Steve Harvey called it jump. I call it, you got to be willing to take a risk, a chance on yourself. That's the
Chance on
truth.
yourself. That, oh my goodness, that is so
That,
true. Um, this is also where this is also where you those experiences that you've learned along the way. This is all those things that you've done, all those relationships that you've built. They will trigger this moment for you. You will know when this moment is here, when you have to take that step, that leap of faith. You will
yes.
recognize it as, this is it. I don't have what it takes, but if I succeed, I I win it all. Or
Everybody.
you can play it safe. No one in business, listen to me. No one in business today has played it safe when it came down to it. They had to make a leap of faith. Somebody once said, we're all happy. We all sit in a comfort zone. This is where we're most happy. We're familiar with it. But what we're not familiar with is taking that step, that leap. But you know what happens when you step out of your comfort zone? You create a new comfort zone. And you create a
Exactly.
new comfort zone. And it keeps getting better and better. Everywhere you land is going to be your home. So why not? Why
Why
not?
not? You
Why
have
not?
to take, I mean, you hear it all the time that people, oh my goodness. Matter of fact, someone was saying, the guy he was making T-shirts or something, and he went to go, he wanted to be on the radio. They told him that it was $10,000,
Ooh,
and he said that, and he only had two.
yeah.
So then he went back and said, "Hey, how about this? Can I give you five now and five in 30 days?" Now, he only had two.
Only had
But you
two.
remember, he still had to buy the T-shirts. He still had to
Yeah.
buy the T-shirts. But he took a leap of faith. He borrowed the other. In fact, he used his credit cards,
Yeah.
got the money
I
out,
got a story. I got a
got
story.
the money out, did the radio promotion. The first 30 days, he made $15,000
I got a story.
because he took the risk. Go for it. Go for it. What's the story? Go for it.
So I'm cutting grass. I got a weed whacker, a lawnmower, and a leaf blower. Just so happens a guy, I'm out here cutting grass, and by this time I got a friend of mine. He's working with me. And so it's two of us. And we're out here and we're cutting grass, and I have a pickup truck, and I'm, doing a good job. And a guy came up to me, and he happened to work for this village that I lived in at the time. And he asked me, not even looking at the equipment or anything like that, he asked me, well, do I know anyone that could cut parks? I mean, actual parks. So in this village, they had maybe about 3 or 4 parks. I mean, huge areas. I mean, acres and acres of land. And it was here we go. At that moment, right there, I could have told him, no, not really. I could have directed him to someone else that I had seen out there. But instead of doing that, I said, yes, I know someone. I can do it. He said, you can do it. I gave him my card. Here's my card, Nature's Groundskeepers. This is what we do. We cut parks and all types of stuff. And he said, well, great. We need someone immediately. The grass is overgrown. The other company we had, they went out of business or whatever, and we need someone to take care of it. I said, no problem at all. And I actually went back to his office, signed a contract for that summer to cut these parks. And then I went home and I thought about it. We're talking about acres of land. I got a weed whacker, a leaf blower. You understand what I'm saying?
I get you. I get you, man.
And I didn't know what I was going to do because I didn't have anything that I could cut a park. And here we go back to the money.
Mm-hmm.
I went on credit. On credit. I went and bought a tray. I went to Home Depot.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Home Depot. I bought a trailer, a tractor, and a zero-turn mower. A trailer, a tractor, and a zero-turn mower.
All on credit.
All on, maxed it out. Luckily, I had just got the card, and I had a $5,000 limit on the card. Just got it. Had never bought anything on it, and spent all $5,000 on a tractor,
Yep.
a zero-turn, and a trailer. Luckily, I had the pickup truck, so I was able to hook it to that. And I did this like in a couple of days.
There you go.
And I'm talking about I had to borrow. This is how crazy it was. I had to borrow the money to buy gas for the machines, for the tractor and the zero turn. I had to borrow money to buy gas and fill up the truck. I had to borrow some money. Now, here's some truth though here as well. The contract that I signed paid me $30,000 a month. A month.
See?
A month. Now, before I signed that contract, my buddy and I, we was cutting lawns, people's houses. I was getting $25 a yard. A yard. So I went from $25 a yard to $30,000 a month. And that's some truth for you right there.
So I want you guys to understand. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask for what you think it's worth.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to do that. That's truth. Don't be afraid. If you think your service is worth that, then they need to pay that.
They need to pay that.
And if they don't want to pay that, you need to tell them, okay, bye.
Have you ever been in a situation where you underbidded yourself
Oh
and
my
then get the
goodness.
job
Oh,
and you're miserable? You are miserable all the
Man.
time you're doing it because you know you cheated yourself.
man, I true story. Oh my goodness. True story. I used to do computer consulting. I don't think I'm doing good. Next thing you know, I did a job for someone. Someone says, hey, can you network my office? I'm thinking, okay, I can do that. You know, this is back in the Windows for work groups.
Yeah, yeah.
Back in that day, right?
I remember that.
You know, and a network printer and all this other stuff. So, mind you, I just bidded them for I just bid it just to do the labor. Now here's the problem. The problem was it was sight unseen. Oh yeah, we got like 6 computers. No, they had 12 computers.
Oh.
They didn't have a network at all. So I had to buy hubs, wiring, switches. None of the computer was on this. No one was using the same version of operating system. I had to upgrade all the operating systems.
Uh-huh.
I bid it $1,000 and wound up spending $4,000 or $5,000 to do the job.
You just bid $1,000. That was it.
Well, I'm thinking, oh man, this is Windows for Work groups. You know how that is. You create a work group, you connect them. I'm thinking he already had a hub. Everything was going in.
Yeah.
Everything was now. I'm thinking, yeah, this is easy money.
No.
No. So
No.
I learned a valuable lesson that day. I learned a valuable lesson that day
That
that
was.
you should never, ever, you should never, ever just try to figure this thing out.
Oh,
And we all do it.
yeah.
Trust me, it's a learning thing. It's a
Yeah.
learning thing. And don't be, truth, don't be ashamed to change your prices.
Oh man, yes. Yes, 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 yes.
And don't be
Because
afraid.
oh my goodness.
Because here's what happens. You do a job for someone 6 months ago and you charge them, let's say $500.
Mm-hmm.
What you learned by charging them $500 was it cost $400 to do the job.
Yeah.
So they tell a friend, oh, they did this for me for $500. They come to you thinking $500. You said, no, it's $1,000.
$1,000.
And they said, wait a minute, you charged my friend $500. She said, well, hey, that was my price just then.
Yes.
You don't have to defend yourself.
Not at all. Not at all.
on your prices. You do not have to defend yourself on your prices. Okay. Oh, another truth, guys. It's like working another job.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the truth.
Yeah.
This is the truth. When you're an entrepreneur, and I have a lot of friends who are entrepreneurs, they will tell you, they put in, and they got a job. They put in more hours than sometimes in their real job. They're
No
9 to
question.
5s.
No question. No question at all. No question.
So it looks glamorous. Oh, I'm an entrepreneur. But really, it's another job. That's the truth. And here's the truth.
Yeah.
This, you guys are not gonna like it. Oh, we use this term entrepreneur so loosely. Most of us are really sole proprietors.
Yeah.
Which means basically we're working for ourselves. The
Yeah.
true definition of entrepreneur is that you have multiple businesses that you are involved in. Not just this, hey, just trying to keep it, we just trying to keep it real with you.
That's exactly right. And that's why you need to hang on for 4 or 5 years, because it's at that time when the business is stable to the point where you can bring on people. You can start to delegate the work that you've been doing to other
Exactly.
people. That's when you're able to to s- step back just a little bit and let some more folks do the work. But you still can't let go totally. You still have to oversee it. Your role changes from being on the front lines, but more of a management role. But you still have to stay on top of everything else, especially the financial part of it. You're still in charge of that. So it's we have to overlook the fantasy. The fantasy when you see people, I remember the guy created the 4-hour work week. This guy on
Oh
the
man, I
beach,
remember that one.
he's on the beach and he's using his computer. You can be anywhere in the world and you
World,
can do
yep.
your job. Yeah, yeah, you can do that. But he didn't tell you all the years that he sacrificed, all the work that he did to be able to get to that point. It's just like on YouTube. You see YouTubers out there, influencers out there making all kind of money. But what you don't see is them when they first started and
Exactly.
they had 1 or 2 subscribers and they was at the very beginning and they had a cheap camera and all these different things, and it took them years to get where they're at today. So don't think you're gonna just jump in something and it's gonna be great. I always fall back on that Les Brown quote.
Okay.
If you do what is easy,
Mm.
life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, life will be easy. If you go ahead and do that hard work at the
Mhm.
beginning, as an entrepreneur, you put the work in, the hours in, later on, you're going to have an easy life and you can be on that beach with that laptop. You can
Wow.
do that, but you got to put the work in up front.
Man, see, guys. So we're not trying to scare you. We just want to give you some truth.
We want to give you the truth.
Just
Yeah.
give you some truth. All right, all right. I know, guys, we've been on here for a minute. Don't worry, we got some more shows. But Leon, give them one more truth before we get out of here. What one more? Give them one more truth that they need to hear.
This is something that now this is going to be painful, and I want you to take this in the spirit that is given. Uh, when you start your business, you're going to have a tendency to want to hire your friends and family to work for you.
Ooh.
You're gonna want, because these are people you know, these are people you trust. But as you handle your business, and
Mhm.
let's say you start making money, you
Oh
start making
Lord.
money,
Oh my goodness. Oh Jesus.
and you got your friends and family around you, um, th- things may change. Money changes people. I had my best friend working with me, and I was paying him just double, triple what I was paying everybody else. But when he saw what I was doing, not so much money, not so much how much money I was making, but because my lifestyle had begun to change. When he saw that, hi my lifestyle changed, his attitude changed. And this was my best friend.
Mm.
And so you have to be careful about that. The people that you hire are the people that can do the job you need them to do. Business is not personal. This is not
Not
personal.
personal. Nope.
This is not some type of content. This is real. This is real. And most people get into business, become an entrepreneur because they want to make a lifestyle and they want to live a certain way. They want to take care of their family. They want to do a lot of different things. That speaks to your why, and that's something that we'll talk about in later episodes. Your why is why are you doing this? So,
Exactly. Exactly.
but you have to make sure that when you get into your business, bring people along, which there's two types of people. There's people who want to work for you and don't
Exactly.
mind that. And then the other people are people that can help you, help your brand, help your business go to the next level.
Level. There you go.
So you got to be careful about that. Family, you love family. You love family, but uh, uh, family does not always make good employees. As a matter of fact, I've never known a situation where family has
I
been a
know,
good
right?
employee because their expectation is we're family.
We're family. That's it.
But in business, we're not family.
No.
In
No.
in business, you own the company and they work for you. That's business. That's the
Wow.
truth.
That's the truth. I mean, that's a hard one, right? Matter of fact, I can't even say nothing on that one.
Yeah.
That is so. Yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna leave it right there, because we got some more stuff coming that we
Yes.
just gonna emphasize why why
Woo.
why you should not mix the two. We should not
Shouldn't
mix the
make.
two. Hey
Yes.
guys, we need you guys to help us get some more subscribers. So we need you to
Yes.
click that subscribe button. We need you to hit that like button. Share it with your friend. Tell somebody. Okay? We need you to do that. We
And
need you to do that.
don't hesitate to leave some comments. Leave some
Yes.
comments. We want to talk to you too. We want you to give us some ideas of shows that you would like to see. If you're into entrepreneurship, maybe you got some questions other than what
Exactly.
we've talked about tonight. Maybe you have some. Put some questions in the comments.
Let
Speak
us
to us.
know.
Let us know. Let us know, and we can let you know because we've had between Corey and myself, we've had many businesses,
Oh,
some
okay.
successful, some not so successful. Even the ones that don't do well, you learn a lot from them as well.
You learn a lot from them as well. See, no, I'm not gonna stop because I already had another one, but that's for another show.
That's
That's
for
for
another
another
show.
show.
Yeah,
That's for
yeah.
another show. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. What now?
Now what's
What's
happening? Thank
happening?
you. Thank you.